Vincent Enyama, two players that really stand out. I mean, a lot of good players in the national team, but those that really have worldwide recognition in this present squad, it just has to be John Mikel Obi and Vincent Enyama. Well, debut year, that was 1995. Best performance, yes, 1995. We didn't lose a match in 90 minutes. We won one, drew two, lost to Mexico on penalties. Still looks good for me. So our only appearance, still our best performance. And the coach, like you already know, Stephen Keshi. But like I've asked everybody on the show, what's your verdict? What's the best place finish that you think the Super Eagles can come up with?
I believe a semi-final but it would be acceptable for Nigerians. It's something we can build on going into the World Cup next year, but we need to qualify first actually for the World Cup. But I feel a semi-final bet won't be...
It's not going to harm anybody.
Yeah, it's going to be quite impressive considering the group we find ourselves in.
Especially, I mean, if we're going to get into the semi-finals, it will take for granted that Tahiti has nothing to offer. Then we will be in the semi-final at the expense of either Spain or Uruguay. And that's a tall order. That's a tall order. And that's why I agree with you that today we need to take our chances. We need to, I mean, some of these things that you're seeing in this game shouldn't happen today. How we considered, a goal and now to start chasing the game, even though I mean, it looks on paper that we're better than Tahiti.
Yeah. So we need to start like house on fire. Really, the way Italy started yesterday, we show more intensity and impose our physical aspect.
And don't do this. Don't just do this.
Yeah.
When you get your chances, you make sure. I think this was Anthony Uja.
Yeah.
I mean, started in place of Brown today. I think I expect him to start as well today. But of course, the problem has been ever since the absence of Emmanuel Emenike, we've not always been able to put the ball at the back of the net. We get those solitary goals here and there, but not from the guys you expect it from.
Yeah. You know, my problem with this team recently, I'm not really impressed with the way they've defended in recent games. Look at the friendly against Mexico. They couldn't just handle Chicharito, a player with so much movement
and positioning
in the final third. We need to be wary of that. I want to believe Coach Keshi has worked on the players because we are going to be facing some quality sides really, and we will only have ourselves to blame if we keep committing the same errors. Really, our defenders need to be alert. Yeah, they watch the runs of the strikers because we have really deadly finishers in the Confederations Cup.
Okay, let's move away from the Confederations Cup and talk this morning about FIFA 2014 World Cup qualifiers, the African zone. We've played our own match. We had our own set of matches, and we had the FIFA Cup. But other countries are playing. So let's look at the results over the weekend. Matches were played, and so let's bring to you the results. We have 10 groups and 17 matches were played. Libya played on Friday. Nigeria has already played. So Group F had already played 2 matches, so we have 17 results. So that's it on your screen. Tanzania losing at home to the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire, 2-4. Lesotho, well, very good result for the Black Stars, lost 2-0 to Black Stars of Ghana. Mozambique lost at home to the Pharaohs of Egypt. Rwanda also lost to Algeria. Morocco defeated Gambia by 2 goals. These are some of the results, African zone matches that were played over the weekend. We also have some other results, but Ivory Coast and Ghana doing well.
Yeah, it's good to see that we have lots of away victories. Really, it shows the level of competitiveness in the African football. Really, well, we have draws also, really, which isn't bad, really.
Which isn't too bad. Yeah, let's look at some of the other results. Ethiopia, well, defeated South Africa. That's a huge blow for the Bafana. Equatorial Guinea played a 1-1 draw with the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. Guinea, were able to just defeat Zimbabwe by a lone goal. Mali and the Republic of Benin, West African neighbors, played a 2-2 draw. There are some other results for you, but like you said, interesting results.
Yeah. Interesting results, and in fact, the home victories are less than the victories gotten away from home, which is really good to see.
A lot of people have said the Giants are sleeping, but it looks like the big teams gradually coming into it at the later stages.
Yeah, football is a cycle. When the minnows come for a certain period of time, and the big teams in quotes will take their place after a certain period of time.
All right. On the strength of some of those results that you saw, some teams have booked their place in the next stage. Even if you qualify as top in your group, it doesn't mean you have qualified. You're still going to have to play another round, the knockout round. So these are the teams that have booked their place in the next. Unfortunately, Nigeria is not there. We could have done that if we had beaten Namibia. But these 5 teams, you will see Ethiopia, Tunisia, Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and Egypt. Any surprises for you?
Well, Ethiopia have been doing well recently, and they've kept the team together. They're playing with so much commitment and desire. So it's good to see they've advanced to the last stage of the qualifiers. We have 3 North African countries. They are really trying to stamp their authority on the game. Egypt seem to have they seem to have gotten their mojo back really, and Algeria as well. We're quite disappointing in Nations Cup, but we know the quality they have.
I know you're talking about teams that have pulled through, but one major upset, Bafana.
Yeah, Bafana, it's really disappointing.
Shocking. With all the hype, all the noise, all the organization, and the support they get.
It's quite shocking, really, and they don't just seem to know how to take their football to the other.
Or is it just a case of not being able to give what you don't have? They have everything. The structure is there. The support is there. The funds are always available. They bring in the best managers.
They have a good league. Really.
And a very good league.
It's really surprising to see that they can't make it to the final stage of the qualifiers. They will need to
qualify for the last edition of the Nations Cup. I mean, it's just going from bad to worse.
They were only participating